You're watching ABC7 News at 11.
Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Matter. Topping our news tonight, no confirmed survivors at the site of a plane crash near Savannah, Georgia. ABC's Richard Cantu tells us what authorities think went wrong.
The military C-130 plane crashed outside the Savannah Hilton Head International Airport moments after takeoff. The military confirming all 9 people aboard died.
A military jet crashed across both lanes of the road, black smoke.
The plane was on a routine training mission en route to Arizona.
The C-130 literally just dropped out of the sky and blew up on the street. Oh my God.
The plane went down in a busy intersection, the fuselage striking the median, pieces of its wings scattered across lanes in both directions. The only part still intact, the tail section.
It's a very, very large debris field, very large, and it's very tragic.
Authorities calling it a miracle. No one on the ground was injured.
Anytime we lose any of our brothers and sisters in arms, it's devastating. Roads
around the Savannah airport were closed following the crash and could possibly be closed for weeks as the investigation continues.
Because a 4-engine airplane dropped out of the sky in a bright blue sunny day, they're going to be looking at mechanical problems. This is a real mystery that something so reliable could have had such a catastrophic ending.
The plane had belonged to the Puerto Rico Air National Guard and had been a lifeline to the island during last year's hurricane season, delivering food and generators. The same type of plane is used to fly into hurricanes on forecasting missions. Richard Cantu, ABC News, New York.
New video into our newsroom tonight of what some first responders saw at the hotel where the deadly mass shooting in Las Vegas took place last October. About 3 hours worth of footage was released from the body cams of 2 police officers today. More video clips and 911 recordings will be released over the next several months, all thanks to a judge ruling that mandates police release public records of the deadliest mass shooting in modern U.S. history. Some frightening moments at the First Step facility that provides addiction recovery programs in Sarasota. According to the facility, 8 residents ingested a drug they believe to be GHB, commonly referred to as a club drug. All of the victims were taken to Sarasota Memorial Hospital to receive treatment, and according to the Sarasota County Sheriff's Office, all 8 quickly became ill, were transported, treated, and released. One of the victims' mom, who wanted to stay anonymous, says this is something that has happened there before.
So things can very easily be brought in if everybody is not, done a search. There is another time my daughter was in First Step a couple years ago. There was also a same type of incident where drugs were brought in.
She also mentioned that she now has to take her daughter to another facility for rehabilitation. It's her second offense at this facility and now has to be discharged. As for the incident, the sheriff's office is still investigating. The City of Venice is looking into new EMS options. For 2 decades now, the City of Venice Fire Department and Sarasota County have shared responsibilities when it comes to South County. However, the Venice City Council would now like to see other options, including starting its own ambulance service. That's not a cheap option, however.
Some works, but we're just looking to see if there's an enhancement or improvement on that. We may, after our study, find out that this is the best situation for us and may continue to run status quo.
If the city decides to start its own EMS, it will take about 3 years to buy new ambulances and begin service. And the city of Sarasota looking for ways to help the environment. Today, adding 1 more electric car to the streets, aiming at enforcing parking rules. That's a total of 4 electric cars that the city now has and 27 hybrids across several departments. Well, let's check in with Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan for a look at our first alert forecast. And Bob, any changes we can expect over the next few days?
Well, lots going on, really, Jack, and we've got a couple of different things happening right now. We have a large area of high pressure, which we've been talking about for so long. This is going to shift off to the east and eventually weaken, and that will then not become as much of a player. Look at all the explosive storms taking place now into parts of the central United States, from Kansas all the way down into Oklahoma and Texas tonight, where there are numerous weather warnings, and we have some tropical moisture kind of bottled up down to our south. You can see that quite clearly in the Straits of Florida, and some pretty heavy showers taking place near the Keys right now. That's all the rain well down to our south. We're going to stay in the dry sector here. Get a look at the future futurecast, though, this is something interesting to watch over the upcoming days. It's going to have an impact on our weekend weather now, and it's looking a little bit more healthier on this particular model. A broad area of low pressure moving through the central Bahamas on Friday evening. Then eventually it looks like it's going to track closer to the state of Florida, which will bring some of this moisture pinwheeling right into our area, and that brings our rain chances up a little bit on Saturday and Sunday. We'll talk more about this coming up in just a few minutes. Jacqueline?
Okay, Bob, we'll talk to you then. Some Longboat Key residents are making a push for higher seawalls. Town officials now proposing some changes to those rules. ABC7's Rick Adams has more details tonight from Longboat Key.
Well, this proposal would allow the homeowner to raise the height of a seawall like the one you see back there. It's something that could come in very handy, especially if a storm comes rolling in. The push is on by residents for higher seawalls near homes on Longboat Key and areas such as canals. The town is looking at a proposal that would make it easier for homeowners to make repairs to their seawall. This proposal would also allow seawall barriers to be 1.5 feet higher and an extra 6 inches out into the water.
Yes. It would be very beneficial.
Ned Jewett has lived at his home on Longboat Key with his wife since 2004. He says that the work that he's done on his seawall has made a difference in protecting his property on the canal and his home, as well as his neighbors' properties.
I had to fill in the divots in that area where the dirt left and made a large depression. So I got down into the canal in my boat and I ascertained the issue. Have to seal the seawall up.
Lynn Larson, a former commissioner, has been one of the residents who has been spearheading the effort to have changes made to the current seawall rule, which only allows 6 inches of additional height above adjacent seawalls. Her home sits on the canal. On a recent boat ride, she noticed that some canals had bigger seawalls than others, which she says can be an issue in the long run.
You can get some storm surge coming in, even when it's not a hurricane, just a no-name storm or a summer storm. We get water over some of these seawalls.
Another concern is the age of the seawall and how they are holding up after all the wear and tear. No one from the town was available for a comment. And we're being told this proposal regarding seawalls will be talked about at an upcoming town meeting. Reporting from Longboat Key, I'm Rick Adams, ABC7, your Suncoast News.
Okay, Rick, thank you. May marks the beginning of mosquito season, meaning you'll probably see an uptick in the 40 species here in Sarasota County. We spoke with Mosquito Management Services to see what tips you can use to avoid those pesky, itchy bites. They suggest only using CDC-approved repellent and say the most important thing that you can do is eliminate all ways for mosquitoes to breed in or near your home. They're especially attracted to standing water in pots, puddles, and tarps. If you have a pond, staff say you can call them to provide mosquito larvae eating fish.
We give them out to homeowners for free. If they have any sort of preformed pond or any sort of sitting water that might be there for at least a couple months out of the year, their main job as mosquito fish for us are to eat larvae and pupa of mosquitoes. So it's a way for us to biologically control populations before the mosquitoes become adults.
At the peak of last season, Sarasota County Mosquito Management Services had up to 800 calls for service. Utility companies and state regulators are working together to get ready for the upcoming hurricane season, which is now less than a month away. Power companies among those taking part in this two-day meeting. They talked about what worked well last year and what they could do better this upcoming hurricane season. Duke Energy officials say lessons can be learned following any storm.
There is no way that we can prevent all power outages, but we do want to make sure that we make the investment so that we can minimize those outages for customers, and certainly whenever the service goes out that we're there to get the power back on as soon as possible.
Some of the biggest complaints by customers included lack of communication by the utility companies. Those companies requested more cooperation with local governments over preventative tree trimming. One of the biggest complaints of utility customers following Irma, not knowing how long it would take to get their power back on. Well, more parking is officially available in Venice starting today. The KMI Underbridge parking area officially opened today, adding 41 parking spaces to the Venice Public Library, Downtown District, and Waterway Trail area. You can access that parking from Nokomis Avenue North. And Manatee County is one of the few counties in Florida getting a large amount of money from FEMA following Hurricane Irma. The Federal Emergency Management Agency says it will give more than $50 million in Hurricane Irma-related disaster funding to governments and nonprofits in the state. Manatee County getting $1 million of that. That money will go toward funding the Manatee County Sheriff's Office for its emergency response. Before and after the storm, the Sheriff's Office helped with evacuations, the removal of debris, and creating measures to keep people safe. Well, more than 100 free trees are still available for people to pick up in Sarasota County. In celebration of Arbor Day last week, the Community Canopy Program is offering 1 free tree per household in Sarasota County while supplies last. They're even offering free delivery right to your doorstep. 5 Florida-friendly species are available, including the red maple and the sweet bay magnolia. For information on how to register for one of these free trees, you can visit our website at mysuncoast.com. Well, stay with us. Chief Meteorologist Bob Harrigan will be back with your first alert forecast, plus how Suncoast schools are working to provide better mental health resources to their students.
You can see downtown Orlando, Disney Springs, Magic Kingdom, Epcot, Universal, SeaWorld, the Convention Center.
And the new changes coming to Orlando. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I witnessed him have 2 heart attacks. In ICU, he went through seizures.
We'd much rather have Aaron like this than dead. A lot of parents don't have that luxury.
He can't talk. He can't walk. This is a condition Aaron will live with for the rest of his life because he abused prescription pills.
Mind your meds. Learn more from the Partnership for Drug-Free Kids.
Today, everyone is looking for carpeting that lasts longer. G. Fried has you covered with Karastan. With a legacy of quality and integrity, we provide you with a huge selection of Karastan carpets with exclusive lifetime limited warranties. All installed by our highly skilled, highly knowledgeable team. Come ask us why Karastan is the best and most durable. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sunny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
If you're only hungry for a slice of apple pie, why buy the whole pie? And you certainly wouldn't want to pay for an all-you-can-eat buffet. So if you don't use your cell phone that much, why get charged for a plan that's too big, or even an unlimited plan? Luckily, there's still a wireless company that shares your values. Welcome to Consumer Cellular. Our average customer pays about $25 a month for everything they need. Many pay even less, as plans start at just $15 a month. You'll get a straightforward bill that's easy to understand with no surprises and all the attention you deserve from our friendly customer service team. No wonder Consumer Cellular has received the J.D. Power Award for highest customer service 4 times in a row. Plus, if you're an AARP member, you'll receive special discounts. It's easy to switch. You can even keep your phone and your number. So stop paying for more than you need and start your 30-day risk-free trial today. Call 800-457-2317, go online, or visit a Target store today.
CashNet USA is trusted by over 2 million customers.
Perfect. When I lean back, I trust that you will be there to catch me.
Okay, bad idea, bad idea.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
ABC7 News at 7 weeknights.
I know we've been talking about how dry it is here on the Suncoast lately, but you did say there might be some possible changes?
Yeah, some changes in the forecast, some rain over the weekend that could cause some problems with some plans there. We're going to talk about that in a little bit. We'll get to the weather real quick here now because we've got a lot to talk about. Tower Camp, Sarasota Bay, beautiful sunset tonight. Just a few clouds. Look at that east wind blowing the bay out toward the Gulf there. And photos sent in. This one from Damon Powers. Awesome shot, Longboat Key, and that is again featured on our Facebook page in Longboat Key. Damon Powers, appreciate that. A sailboat, nice sailboat in the background there. A lot of wind too. It's been windy tonight, breezy. Winds out of the east northeast. High temperature 90 through Friday. We're looking for that again tomorrow and Friday, and then maybe a little cooler over the weekend because of increased cloud. Mainly dry for the next 2 days at least. So we're going to stay in this high fire danger, and then rain possible for the weekend as we watch an area of disturbed weather move through the Bahamas and close to Florida. Here's the futurecast. I want to show you that real quickly. You can actually see some rotation there. It's a broad area of low pressure circulation, so it doesn't appear that if anything does develop there, it's going to be too intense, and then some of that moisture will work its way in. So Thursday and Friday look good for us. There's some showers down to our south, but then here comes the storm system kind of rolling in there, and that will bring a pretty good chance for some showers and storms to develop in the afternoon and evening on Saturday, and then at any time on Sunday. It's not going to be a washout. It doesn't look like at this point. We'll have to keep an eye on it, though, as it is expected to move more toward the north as we move into the weekend. Talk about wind. It's been strong out of the east and northeast. 20 miles an hour in Anna Maria Island, 17 in Bradenton, and you can see down in Venice, it's still pretty strong there at 15 miles an hour, Northport at 12. And wind isn't the best thing for fire danger because that can spread fires rather rapidly. It will stay breezy too, it looks like, on Thursday. Out of the east all day. It'll try to get out of the northwest there, but the sea breeze won't have much of a chance to develop because of that strong easterly push late in the day. So the winds brisk out of the east, and it looks like that'll continue on Friday. And with all this dry air around and high fire danger, it's not going to be the best of news. In fact, that fire danger will remain high, very high for Manatee County, and more than likely Sarasota County will be included in this on Friday. We'll be in the high category for Manatee and I should say Sarasota, Hardee, and DeSoto counties. What we need is rainfall, and it looks like we're going to get a pretty good chance of some shower activity over the weekend. That's not always the best news, though. If we see isolated storms, those can sometimes cause fires as lightning will occur with a couple of those. 72 right now, the humidity at 59%. We have an east wind at 14. The pressure continues to rise at 30-21. The high today, 90, just 2 degrees shy of the record. 83 is our normal, and the forecast tomorrow calling for a nice start, mid-60s. We'll warm up into the mid to upper 80s by the afternoon. No threat of any rainfall for us. Boy, the big story has been the severe weather and tornadoes that have been occurring through Kansas up to Iowa, all the way down into Texas tonight. There are numerous weather watches and warnings. These are tornado watches in effect. This is associated with a cold front that's going to get close to us. These are tornado warnings now that you see just to the east of Kansas City and northeast of Oklahoma City tonight. They're still going, and it looks like it's going to be another problem tomorrow as that front isn't moving much. The high pressure moves off to the east. That's a dominating weather feature for us. It will weaken too, getting the squeeze play by this front that I just showed you moving to the southeast, and then this low pressure area will kind of pinwheel in our direction. This is Saturday, and you'll notice that Saturday and 5:30 starting to show some showers and storms moving in our general direction, and that continues, looks like, on into Sunday. For boaters tomorrow, a bit breezy to start the day. It lessens up somewhat by midday, and then it picks back up in the late afternoon and evening. The extended forecast looks like this then. So a warm day on Thursday and Friday, and then some clouds and a good chance for a few showers and storms on Saturday and Sunday. Now at 50% on Saturday, Sunday 40%, and then a trough of low pressure kind of hangs around, keeping a slight chance for showers in through the early part of the work week next week. Jacqueline?
Okay, thanks, Bob. The brother of the man behind the Parkland school massacre is in trouble with the law once again. 18-year-old Zachary Cruz was rearrested yesterday. Authorities say he violated his probation last month for driving a vehicle without a license and being near a school that he wasn't enrolled in. A little over a month after the shooting, the younger Cruz was arrested for trespassing on the school's campus. He's been ordered to wear a tracking monitor and to stay a mile away from Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High. New allegations against the Booker High School teacher being charged with possession of child pornography. 25-year-old Quentin Peterson is accused of being involved in an inappropriate relationship with a student outside of school while he was teaching in Manatee County. Now, Booker High School students are coming forward with allegations against Peterson. Those are currently being investigated by the school district and Sarasota police. May is Mental Health Awareness Month, and Suncoast schools are using it using that time to figure out how to provide better mental health resources to their students. Manatee and Sarasota County schools were each given around $1 million to add additional mental health resources as part of the Marjorie Stoneman Douglas Safety Act. In Manatee County, the district also plans to recruit additional psychologists and social workers to expand the team already in place. The district will also be hiring a company called Motivational Coaches of America. That means emotional and social coaches will be in each school to provide both group and individual counseling sessions.
So students don't have to miss classes, so that when a teacher recognizes that there are some signs of some emotional stress or social anxiety, that we'll have those professional resources available where they're needed most, and that is in the schools where those children are spending a majority of their time.
Sarasota County will use the money to add student curriculum focused on mental health. Teachers will also be trained in suicide prevention, and students will be offered individual and group therapy. In consumer news tonight, Uber Eats is coming to Bradenton. Starting tonight at midnight, you can order food to your door using the Uber Eats app. Nearly 50 local and national restaurants are participating. Uber Eats is also offered in Sarasota County. And a big milestone for Hulu, the streaming service says it recently topped 20 million U.S. subscribers. That's about 100 less than the amount Netflix has worldwide. But experts say Netflix should watch out. Hulu is also taking a page from the Netflix model by allowing its users to download movies and TV shows to watch offline. But unlike Netflix, the Hulu version will feature commercials. Sports is next, but first, here's what's coming up on Jimmy Kimmel.
Kimmel's New Tonight. In the long history of talk show hosts, you are unequivocally the most virile and vigorous one of them all. The Gong Show's Mike Myers drops by. Just for funsies. The lovely Zossie Beats and music from Sugarland. Kimmel, New Tonight on ABC.
My California Closets experience has been wonderful. My mother's a huge inspiration. Before she passed away, she would say, you should do something special for yourself. First time I saw my closet, I immediately thought, this is the best thing I've ever done for myself. I call it my Tiffany style closet. I mean, I can shop in my own closet every day. I love that. My name is Cynthia, and this is my California Closets story.
Picking out a new ceiling fan? That's a do-it-yourself. Installing your new ceiling fan?
No.
That's a don't do it yourself. For ceiling fans, rewires, or anything electrical, play it safe. And call on the trained electricians from your locally owned Mr. Sparky. It's no accident that so many of our customers are repeat customers. Trust Mr. Sparky for all your electrical repairs.
Call 888-8-SPARKY.
The following message is brought to you by Mesobook.com.
People who have been diagnosed with mesothelioma have many questions. How did I get this disease? What are my treatment options? How will this affect my loved ones? You need answers, which is why we offer a free book written by medical professionals who have treated mesothelioma.
Call toll-free at 1-800-777-1366 or go to Mesobook.com.
My credit score was not that great.
I didn't understand what went into my credit score.
It was overwhelming.
Do you want to attain better credit health but don't know where to start? Credit Sesame can help by providing you a free credit score.
I love the app. It's so easy to use. It's like having your own financial coach.
Credit Sesame broke my credit score down into things that I understood, and it made me think, I can do this.
And the awesome thing about Credit Sesame, it's free.
It's 100% free. You don't need to go it alone. Get started today at creditsesame.com.
Thank you. You got a king?
Go fish!
It only takes a moment to make a moment. Take time to be a dad today.
Hi, I'm Janelle Hale, founder and CEO of the National Breast Cancer Foundation. No one should face breast cancer alone. When I was diagnosed 36 years ago, there was no internet, and I had to make a decision with little information. Early detection saved my life. It could save yours too. To learn what every woman needs to know about breast cancer, visit nbcf.org/hope.
Serving part-time as a soldier in the Army National Guard can give you a head start on your career. Gain practical experience with technology and equipment to get an edge in the civilian world. Learn about the paid training and career opportunities available to you at NationalGuard.com.
Now, sports.
In the 26 seasons of the Tampa Bay Lightning's existence, the team has only won 6 times in Boston until tonight. Bruins with an early mistake. The Lightning take advantage as Andre Palat finds the net off of the pass from Tyler Johnson. Then less than 2 minutes later, Palat scores again, this time redirecting Victor Hedman's shot. The Bolts go up 2-0. The Bruins on the power play with a loose puck coming out to Patrice Bergeron, and he scores, bringing the Bruins back within 1. The Lightning answer, though, as Anthony Cirelli nets the rebound for his first of the series. The Lightning win 4-1 tonight, giving Tampa a 2-1 lead in the second round series. And the Tampa Bay Rays finishing up a long road trip in Detroit this afternoon. Rays opened the scoring in the first. Wilson Ramos with an RBI single to left field, scoring Dennard Span from third. Later in the second, Rays have runners on second and third. Span grounds out to the second baseman, but a runner scores from third. The Rays go up 2-0. The Twins would rally, however, and this game would go into extra innings. In the bottom of the 12th, John Hicks lays down the squeeze bunt, and Jacoby Jones scores from third base. The Tigers steal a win tonight, 3-2. An NFL player who knelt beside Colin Kaepernick during the national anthem files a grievance against the National Football League. Eric Reed citing a claim of collusion in his grievance, alleging team owners colluded to exclude him from the NFL. Reed was a first-round draft pick in 2013 and played for the 49ers for 5 seasons. He's currently a free agent. Kaepernick filed a collusion grievance against the NFL last October. That's a look at sports tonight. We'll have your winning lotto numbers straight ahead.
Hi, I'm Chef Bob. Watch Aprons in the Kitchen every Wednesday morning on ABC7, where we'll be serving up the most awesome dishes. Then stop by your neighborhood Publix, pick up the recipe card and all the ingredients.
Today, everyone is looking for more fashionable choices in flooring than ever before. And G. Fried has responded with a huge selection of carpets, tile, wood, laminate, and vinyl. Installed by a highly skilled team, G. Fried has got everything you're looking for and more. The next time you think about quality flooring, think G. Fried Flooring America. G. Fried Flooring America. Our world is at your feet.
Need more space in your place? The More Space Place can help with Murphy beds that disappear to reveal a home office, living room, or den. Custom closets with designated areas for your shoes, bags, wardrobe, and accessories. Custom-built entertainment centers, garage storage systems, and more. The More Space Place has 3 showrooms next to Sonny's on US 41 South in Sarasota, on Lakewood Ranch Boulevard just south of State Route 64 in Bradenton, and on Tamiami Trail next to Panera Bread in Port Charlotte. Put more space in your place at the More Space Place.
I can't believe they charged me this much. I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Go to CashNetUSA.com now. If approved, you may get the money you need as soon as tomorrow.
Thanks. Who are you?
I'm CashNetUSA.com. Man.
Apply now at CashNetUSA.com.
Money's on the way with CashNet USA.
There was this big bruise on my friend's face. I didn't want to see it. I didn't want to think her own nephew could have hit her.
I didn't want to see it. My mother's bank account was emptied, and a caregiver had taken control of it.
I didn't want to see it. My father's refrigerator, there was hardly anything in it. That's unusual for him.
It's tough to see that a senior citizen is being abused, physically, emotionally, sexually, or financially. Elder abuse is a crime.
So see the signs. Stop the crimes.
Your daughter just had her first breakup. Do you A, put yourself in her shoes? B, console her?
Don't worry, sweetie. This is gonna happen a lot.
Or C, find her a new boyfriend?
Nice, single boys. That was weird.
As a parent, there are no perfect answers. But you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Thousands of teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Enjoy some of the best Suncoast restaurants on me. Just go to mysuncoast.com/dining, sign up for the newsletter if you haven't already, and you can win a $50 gift card to a restaurant in our area. We'll pick a winner each week, so go on our website and sign up now.
The Florida Lottery winning numbers are sponsored by Frontier Fios.
Well, the world's tallest spinning ride, the Star Flyer, will be opening soon in Orlando. The ride will be 450 feet tall and is set to open in June. It'll be 50 feet taller than the Orlando Eye.
So the very top is 450 foot. Riders will actually fly about 400 feet, maybe slightly over 400 feet.
The developer of the project says it's only the beginning. His company hopes to add a new hotel, more retail space, and building new apartments on I Drive. Their hope is to make the area a hot spot for tourists known as downtown Orange County. I don't know. I like roller coasters, but that just seems a little out of my comfort zone.
Yeah, it's a little bit tough there. I got a new one in Cedar Point on a roller coaster. I've seen that. I imagine Nick Walenda will be on that and walking across it while it's moving or something crazy like that.
Something crazy. He's always up to something.
I'm sure. But our weather is not too crazy, just warm. Tomorrow highs will be into the upper 80s to near 90 degrees. No threat of any rainfall. And of course, meteorologist John Scalzi will have more on that area of low pressure that we're watching that's expected to develop near the Bahamas and push off in our general direction to make some rain possible for the weekend.
All right. Thank you, Bob, and thank you all for joining us. We'll see you right back here tomorrow night. Have a good night.